fun for him. He
Good
said,
for
I'm,
him.
I'm not going to run again.
Hey, morning. Good morning, everyone. Happy Thursday. We're catching up on elections because they matter.
Yeah.
I mean, they sure do in the whole scheme of things.
They do, yeah.
In our local landscape, but that's been decided, so all's good. As I do my farewell tour, one of my favorite people is Rick Huffines. He retired from
U.S. Fish and Wildlife.
yeah, one of those guys who just loves the land and just after my own heart. And Quentin here is the master planner. They're like the dynamic duo. And it's about ACI, which is Appalachian Conservation Institute.
Correct.
And we're going to talk a little bit about, everyone doesn't understand kind of what's going on over there. And so this is more of a, hey, here we are, and then kind of talk about the future because ACI is a big deal in our area. It really is, and we're so thankful that this all came about. Tell us a little bit about what's going on, Rick.
Yeah, so the Appalachian Conservation Institute, we started about a little over 2.5 years ago. It is a nonprofit, so it means it belongs to the community. It's a 501c3 nonprofit organization, conservation organization. And I love that part, that means it does belong to the community. That means that we work for the community, and our job is to listen to the community. It's to manage that property on behalf of the community and to make decisions for it, but making sure that Quentin and I are ears open and listening to the community and trying to offer the things that they wish and desire that we could provide for them. It is conservation based, so that means it is an organization that is to protect that land. For lack of a better word, is forever. We use perpetuity, and nobody.
That's a big word. I don't think I could use that, but I get it.
Yeah, but we are supposed to be there forever, managing the land on behalf of the community. We are science based, so we're making sure that it stays healthy. So we let the land tell us. We let it speak to us as well. What does it need? And we try to provide what it needs back so that it stays healthy, so that your grandchildren can come out and enjoy that same place in 40, 50 years with their children. Yeah. So, and that's kind of the premise of it, but it's also, it's open to the public. It's free of charge. Always. We don't charge anything. We do ask that you get permits when you come out for a visit. It's through our website. And if you don't have access to the internet, that's going to be tough because find somebody that has access to the internet to get your permit.
Go to the library,
go
get
to the
your
library,
permit, and you'll be fine.
It's going to be okay. It's not that complicated. It's easy. It's go get your permit.
We do have a few folks that are still on flip phones, and I would like to be as well at some point. But libraries have easy access.
Or a friend that has a phone, you could get yourself registered through that, and it is free of charge. We allow horseback riding, bicycle riding, mountain biking. We do allow off-road vehicling, but it's limited to 25 permits per day. So that means 25 units per day. It doesn't matter how many people you have inside your UTV. If it's a side-by-side that's double-seated, we don't care, but it's 25 units per day. We had to kind of limit that. It was a little bit too much that was going on down there. And it's working well. The permit system's working well.
And no one died.
No, they haven't. And we've got hunting. That's about to start up, the archery hunting for deer.
Yep.
And there are a limited number of permits per day. I think the quota's 12
We've got
or 11.
12 permits a day.
Yeah, 12 permits per day.
Nice.
And they're scattered over a 2,400 acre area. So there's 3 zones you can get roughly 4 permits per zone.
Nice.
And hunt with archery, and then when the muzzleloader season starts, we will allow muzzleloader hunting, and then when rifle season starts, it's muzzleloader only. So we stay muzzleloader all the time. We're not doing the high-powered rifles throughout because it's just too risky with potential of other horseback riders and other things down there. So but we're as I said, we're science-based, do a lot of bird research.
Oh, the birds, yes.
Yeah, and they'll say, well, why are you researching the birds? little dinky birds that fly in and out of here. They're migrant birds that come and
I
go.
saw people watch them at the
Yeah.
at the feeder.
Yes. Well, and so those birds are an indicator species of the health of the forest.
Okay.
And if we're monitoring those populations of birds, different species, and who's making babies out there in the woods and who's leaving and coming back in the spring, because we band them, we put a little small bracelet on their leg, an identification number, and then we can track those birds and see who's returning. They're going off to Central and South America and places like that, and then they come back. That's for the winter. Then they come back in the spring. And then that data helps us understand more about the health of the forest.
Okay.
And it tells us all kinds of things, which lead us to know if we're providing enough groceries for our deer, for our bear,
Or a bear.
Yeah, we've got bear.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we do.
I had one in my front yard.
You did?
I did, in Mount Eagle, right in the middle of downtown, not too long ago.
That's awesome.
I thought it was cool.
It
we
is cool.
looked at each other in the bay
Yeah.
window,
Yeah, what a blessing that is.
I thought so. It was pretty wild. Wow.
It is, yeah. And we've got some infrastructure projects we're still working on. We're trying to get the UTV riders out of the river. For decades, they've been driving through the river, and it's just not good for the health of the river. So we're putting in some trails using old existing logging roads that are up out of the river, up on the first terrace. We've been working on those all summer.
All summer long.
You want to talk about the bridge?
Oh,
Ooh,
gosh.
the bridge.
Yeah,
How cool.
yeah. So we have a new bridge that we had a spot where we had to cross one of the creeks that are coming off the slope, and we kind of started brainstorming. I was like, well, we don't want to have people driving through this creek, so we ended up buying 2 old tractor trailers, and our guys are absolutely incredible. I mean,
all local guys.
Yeah, all local guys live in Grundy County. And
Our people are tough and
the ingenuity, just the
Wait
absolute
till you hear
ingenuity.
how he explains
So
this.
so we had these tractor trailers. How long were each of those
They're
tractor
50 feet long.
50 feet long, and so where this bridge had to go was down in the cove. If anybody knows anything about Little Squatch Coves, it goes straight down. And so we took these 50-foot trailers down into the cove, just going back and forth down just these sidewinder roads, just ever so slowly, ever so precisely, and got them down two trailers, and we buttoned them. We got them down to the creek, and then that's when the real engineering began, because we were setting concrete pads up. The welding that they were doing down there in the cove, it is unbelievable. Just seeing that bridge. And they did it. They did it all right, and it looks beautiful.
Does it really?
Yeah, it's gorgeous.
It's gorgeous, and it's
we need to send you some pictures.
Yeah,
of
we'll
it.
send you some pictures.
Just the ingenuity of these guys.
Yep.
I asked him. I said, "How in the world you gonna get a 50-foot trailer down this mountain road?" I said, "You can't make the turns. They're 270 degrees."
Shoot.
And Billy Nunley said, "We're not gonna turn them."
Yeah.
I said, "What do you mean you're not going to turn them?" He said, "Well, you can't turn them." I said, "That's what I'm saying, Billy." And he said, "Well, all we're going to do is when we get to that turn, we're going to push the earth out just a little bit. We're going to drive. We're going to unhook, come around and hook from the backside. Then we're going to go down the next."
Pencil hitches all the way. Yep, back
It
and
was
forth.
like watching, if you've ever seen them roll the rockets out at Cape Canaveral, how slow they move. That's what these guys were doing with these trailers. They literally got them, was it 800 feet down the mountain?
It did more than that.
Yeah. It was about 6 or 7 switchbacks.
Yeah, and they probably dropped about 700 feet in elevation.
Yeah,
I mean, it was impressive, and then it's.
Then they welded them together like he said, and then they put this beautiful handrail with local. We took some old downed red oaks to a sawmill. Got these sideboards and everything. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful bridge.
So it's going to be part of the designated trail system.
Yeah.
And that's what we're working on right now. Is in this UTV designated trail system. It'll be pretty close to the AC Cave area, just above
the
it.
favorite AC.
Yeah, of course. So everybody's going to be getting to enjoy that bridge very soon. So.
Do you guys own the AC
We do.
cave?
Yeah.
We do.
So now can people? So they have to have a permit.
Yeah.
Which is free.
Free.
You just have to get one of the 25, get in there. What time do you start?
3 days. You can do 3 days advance.
3 days in advance.
You can reserve 3 days in advance. Yeah.
And you just is it midnight? Is it?
Yeah,
you know?
I think it releases at midnight. Yep, and it's been they've been available. I mean, Saturday will kind of get a little congested,
Sure.
but if you reserve about 3 days in advance, like you're going to be able to get a permit to come down.
And you can go to the cave.
Yep.
Yeah, Saturdays we've had a few days where we've actually given out all 25.
Yep. Yep.
But generally speaking, it's other day, middle of the week.
You have the trails to yourself, basically, as opposed to the craziness, which is awesome. We love it. But cool. All right. So horseback riders, that's a new. We've always had issues of finding something for the horseback riders. Really, that was our one thing. It's like because if there's liability, there's yada yada. But you guys have thread that needle.
We've got about 40 or more miles now as you're getting, because we're starting to give them pathways down into the cove as well. So I don't really know how many miles worth of trails that we have. A lot. It's well marked. We've got them well marked. We've got either named roads or what we call alphanumeric roads where they're color and number coded so that you can figure out where you're going and how to get in and out. We've got maps that they can, and you want to talk about Mary Taylor and
it's Mary Taylor.
Oh, the queen.
If you're listening, Mary Taylor, she is the queen. She is the advocate of the horseback riding group. Mary, we've been working with her for the past year, and then just her local horseback riding group, and the group has expanded greatly. Mary, I believe Mary put up a Facebook group called ACI Trail Riders Group. I think it's got about 320 members now, and it's a great Facebook page for just sharing information about horseback riding out on ACI property.
Nice.
It's got routes.
Yeah, it's got routes on it. It's got group rides. Like there's a lot of invitations for when people are going out to ride and just kind of sharing information about if there's a tree down. Like they have also been great advocates for us and just sharing. There's like, hey, there's a washout on our R8 trail, or there's a tree down, and just it's been really helpful on our side as being the stewards of this property too.
She lets us know.
Yep.
She calls it her honeydew list. She sends us a honeydew list, and we get out there and buck up trees. Or we got some mud problems because of all the rain. We got areas we didn't even know were muddy.
The rain, that gully washer the other night. Holy cow.
Yeah, we had some problems, I think, over the weekend. Somebody got in a mud hole and horse got down in the mud.
Yeah, that scares the dickens.
Yeah, we didn't even know it was there.
No, we don't know it's there, but the information like that for anybody, for hikers, for horseback riders, for UT riders, like sharing that information is really helpful for our side because we're managing 11,000 acres. We can't be hitting every single acre.
It's volunteer folks. All successful systems have like a ambassador group. That kind of make sure everything's okay.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's super cool.
Yeah. No, they've been great, and it's a community that just continues to grow and grow. And we welcome the horseback riders anytime.
Yeah, and it's just go to our website. It's a great place to go and learn.
Appalachian Conservation Institute.org.
It's a lot of letters.
It is a lot of letters.
A lot of letters in a Bible.
You gotta learn you gotta know how to spell that.
Appalachian Conservation Institute.org.
O-R-G. Of course.
Organization.
All right, so future, lots of cool plans are coming around, getting formulated. Tell us what's going on for our future.
So we've been applying for a lot of grants, just like you guys have at the tourism group. And we have received one just recently called the Heart Grant. And it's going to be able to it's given us $60,000 to put up some informational kiosks.
Nice.
Places where you can get information when you come on the property. There'll be maps, there'll be brochures. How you can go on and get your permit. Because some people come out and they just don't know yet.
You just don't know.
Yeah, and they're there and you said, you have your permit? Because we're real good about it. It's not like we're telling people to leave if they don't have one, but we'll say, hey, it really helps us if you'll get the permit for a lot of reasons. One, you get data that you can say we have this many visitors when you're applying for a grant.
Absolutely.
And that makes a difference.
Yep. And you know who's on your property.
We do.
Yep.
And so all you have to do is check in and check out each day. But the grant will help us with some informational kiosk and signage. That reminds me too, we didn't mention earlier, we just did open a small trailhead with a beautiful picnic shelter. It's free of charge. Anybody can go in there and use it. It's gorgeous. is a creek that runs under the picnic shelter. It's built over the top of the creek. Yeah, and the creek is the waterfall.
Yep.
So then there's a waterfall overlook. It's really nice.
Yep.
Up to a 3-mile trail.
It's called the Mountain Laurel Trail. It's also now listed on All Trails as well if anybody uses All Trails. This the picnic shelter and it's got a beautiful waterfall overlook as well. The shelter and overlook was actually part of our donation campaign last November when we had our fall picnic. So that's how we paid for it. That's how we paid for it. So,
people donated money, and we built the picnic. And our local guys again, as you did the muscles up.
I'm telling you.
We said,
Islanders.
Yeah, we said, here's our budget. Billy, can you build this?
Here's our timeline.
He'll sit there for a second and go, yep. So we can do it. And I remember I went out there to the creek and I said, one request, if it's possible. I said, can you build the picnic shelter over the creek where the creek runs under it? You're sitting at your picnic table and the water's running under your feet there. And Billy thought a second. He said, yep. And so we have the picnic shelter with the creek going under it now. Yep. But those, you were asking about the grants. We've got that. We had the fundraiser for the picnic shelter and everything. We've got the kiosk grant. And then we've applied for a real large Appalachian Regional Commission grant. That's a bigger, broader one. It's a planning grant first for us to work with the community, have some community meetings and ask them what would they like to see from a tourism perspective, kind of tied to the local properties out there. That would also stimulate economy. That's the key thing, is it's got to be tied to the economy. And I think that's great. So that whatever we do, for instance, examples would be, one idea would be, would the community like to have a campground for the horseback ride? So that when they bring horses, there's stables, they can stable their horses at night. They've got amenities for their campers and all those kinds of things. Is that an idea that the community might like? And if it is, that brings economy, because you've got trash collection, you've got water, you've got electricity, you've got people that want to bring firewood so they could sell firewood at a place. Just things like that help the local community have some sort of economy. You'd have to have a campground host, someone that would be hired to be there at the campground full time. So things like that. Real excited about that. We got referred, which is the first major step. Within a week or two, I would hope we'll hear whether we got that grant. And I'm
you feel pretty good?
I do feel good, but again, you just never know.
Well, you don't ever know, because I mean, we're with this huge one, and you feel really good. You're like, they want us
they
to
do
have it.
But
you just don't know until you get the checks in the bank kind of thing.
So we're excited. We'll see where that goes. And if we do get that grant, we'll start working on setting up the community meetings so we can get feedback from the community, what's important to you all. There's all kinds of ideas we could pitch out. But then we also want to hear, what are the ideas from the community?
Right.
Do they have ideas that are tied to recreation and also tied to building economy? Because I know we need that. Tracy City needs that. Grundy County needs that.
Absolutely.
Parts of Marion County need that.
We need a pump track for kids. You know what those are?
Yeah, for riding bikes.
Yeah. So it was part of the Tracy City thing. That it land and da. But mountain biking and the outdoor recreation, the pump tracks are a very popular thing with the young people, and it introduces them into the next addiction, which is mountain biking and, and the outdoor. It's a gateway drug for the kids,
which is good. Get outside. That's the main thing.
Because once you're outside, you're always going to be happy. Like the first thing these guys said, the rainbow, full rainbow. This is the type of guys that appreciate this. Tell us about it a little bit.
Yeah, we were coming up 24 to get off at the Mont Eagle exit, and it was a full rainbow this morning, and I started looking for the unicorn too. I didn't know if it was going to be out there. I was
looking for the pot of gold.
The little leprechaun running around.
All of that stuff. It was gorgeous this morning.
I was half sticking my head out, my full body out the window. It's like, Rick, I got to get a picture over here.
It's one of those dorky things, which I'm sure you do, like seeing birds. Someone saw an eagle, a big eagle in Mont Eagle, which seems logical,
Yeah.
but not a lot of eagle sightings, and it
no.
seems like they're coming back. Have you
Yeah.
seen other things like that?
We are, and we're seeing. We have eagles on the property.
Yep.
We have one that comes to what's called Tate's Point a lot. We have a camera up there.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the camera takes the photos of the eagle when it perches out there. We've got the other thing on our research we discovered. We have an extremely rare songbird, the cerulean warbler, that is on our property. We have this large breeding population. It's the second most rapidly declining bird in North America. And right here in Marion and Grundy County, we've got a researcher that's helping us map and understand the territories, the breeding territories. We think we may have the largest population in the country. We'll see. We're going to look at the data and see what comes out of that this fall. Very rare bird, beautiful little bird. It's only about that big, little small bird. I'm much bigger than a hummingbird.
I have Merlin to identify bird sounds, and when you get older, it's all about the birds.
Yeah.
And one of them was heard on my app.
The cerulean?
Yes.
Yeah, they
because
do.
I get warblers.
Yeah.
I get a bunch of yellow, I think, and a few others. But I was like, what in the world is that?
Yeah.
And I'm in Monteagle for Pete's sake.
Well, they're in this area, especially during the migration, going out in the fall and coming in the spring. But then we've got something that's they're keying in on in the little Squatchy Cove that they really love, and they're stopping, staying, and breeding. So, which is nice.
We want them to have babies here.
We do, and they're doing it. We're seeing them.
We saw a full family this past June. I mean, it was 5 babies, I'd say, and then they're gone, and then they're dispersing and probably heading over to Iva's yard.
Yeah, because I feed them. It's
yeah.
But I mean, that's what I'm seeing. A lot of the nature is returning.
Yes.
Do you guys? Is that based on science as well?
Yeah,
it is, and I think it's just people taking the time to say, "Hey, we need to keep this. We need to hold this deer. We don't need to develop this. We're not anti-development. I want you to know that for sure. We're conservationists, but we're not. Humans are part of this cycle, just like the bear is part of the cycle and the deer is part of the cycle. So humans have to have a place to live as well. We just advocate for it being sustainable. So if a person wants to live in this area and they want to have a beautiful house with a beautiful view, that's great. Let's do that in a sustainable way and make sure that we're keeping certain places like Little Squatchy Cove. Let's set that aside and let's say that's going to stay here.
Yep.
All of our past relatives have enjoyed it that are not even here today. We're enjoying it today, and our grandkids want to enjoy it. We're going to hold this part dear. We're going to say that's going to stay here, and that's what we're about. That's what we advocate for. And I'm excited about that. I've been doing this 40 years now, and this is one of the most fantastic jobs I've ever had. And I've worked on national wildlife refuges.
You've had quite the resume, sir.
Yeah, this is phenomenal. Working with great people, the local people in Quentin here. Yeah. So, we want y'all to come out. We want you to use it. We want you to feel like it still does belong to you. Because in the past, it really hadn't belonged to the people. People just... It was
locked away, and we just kind of went in on it.
Yeah, some people just went on in anyway. But now it does belong to you. And you can come out, you can enjoy it, and you can do that for free. That's pretty cool.
What a novel idea.
Yeah, it is a novel idea.
Well, what have we missed so far? What do y'all? I mean, so many things. The very first thing is they go to your website.
Yeah. Go to the website, orient yourself, look at who we are, go to our social media sites, look at the posts that we've been doing about the things that we're doing. We've got a great internship program for students in the summertime. We had 2 students from Swanee that just left last week.
They left last Friday.
They were here for 12 weeks. And we'll do that again next year. We'll have probably 2 interns again next year. But just to orient yourself to who we are, what we do, it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, we got a lot of fun events coming up too. I mean, obviously the hunting season's coming up, but then we're gonna have our fall picnic again as well. So
the fall colors there are so gorgeous.
We're kind of planning that right now. I think we have it tentatively set for October 17th right now. So, yes, that'll be happening again, and the fall colors will be gorgeous. So.
They're like the best in the entire state, besides the big guy. But they really are.
Yeah, that reminds me of Leonard Tate from Beersheba.
Our Leonard, yeah.
Yeah.
He's going to be, we're doing that TN250 Living History event, and
Oh.
Beersheba is this Saturday, and Leonard Tate is one of the characters. You have to bring to life
kidding.
10 characters.
Oh,
or 10
I did not.
people.
That's this weekend.
Yeah, Saturday.
On Saturday?
At 6 o'clock at the hotel. Leonard Tate is one of the
Ooh.
characters.
Who's playing Leonard Tate?
Oh, I can't
Or
remember.
Yeah,
I can't remember, but it's pretty cool.
but he has some of the most incredible poems about
Yeah.
the fall
Yep.
colors.
Yep.
And there's one called Siege, like and he's saying that he's been seized by the colors themselves. His heart has, yeah. And he says that when he dies, no one will be able to discern which is the crimson flood and which is my heart's blood, because he doesn't know how long he can last every fall seeing that without it breaking his heart. Just the beauty of it. Yeah, it's beautiful stuff.
Oh, for goodness
Yeah.
sakes. I don't think I've
Yeah.
read that one.
Yeah, it talks about the crimson flood of red, and he says, I see this every year, and it swells his heart so much that he doesn't know, when he dies, he doesn't know whether you'll be able to discern which is my heart's blood and which is the crimson flood of color.
Beautiful
Yeah,
is that?
yeah, he's an amazing guy. So I didn't know that about the 250 thing. So.
Yeah, we have we got a grant. Free money is not always free in labor. It's been a very intense. We're bringing to life 8 different communities, and they each choose 10 of their people in their history and tell 3 stories of each and tell about their lives, so that everyone
Wow.
remembers for 250th. This is
Yeah.
a big deal,
Yeah,
right?
right.
That brings these people to life, because we got to know where we came from.
Right. Yeah.
Right, that's super
Yeah.
important to know where
beautiful.
we came from.
And that's what Leonard did, was write
Yes.
that in
Yep.
poetry,
Yes.
so you could remember all those beautiful things and relate to them. Yeah.
And you can sit there on the bluff and read the poems
Yeah.
and just understand what he meant.
Yeah, yeah. I got to send you a copy of that poem, Siege.
You're going to have to. That's
Yeah.
beautiful.
Yeah, it's a good one. It's one of my favorite ones. I love that guy.
Oh, sorry, we got off topic.
Yeah. We did.
All right, so as you can tell, these guys, it's all about the land, and it's it's for us, it's all about the land, and
It
so
is.
we're really partners in all of this, and we're so thankful. What you're doing, and your benefactor, and what he and his
Yeah.
wife are doing, and just all the people involved in what is happening over there.
Yeah, Carmen and Michael Pace are the major benefactors, the people that have kick-started this whole process.
I love that.
They're incredible human beings. They give of themselves for the benefit of others, which is altruism. And
Absolutely.
there's very few people today that are truly altruistic, that
True.
sacrifice themselves.
True story.
Yeah, for
Yeah.
the other people,
Yeah.
for other people.
It's a rare thing.
They are, and it is rare. And I've been in this nonprofit world now for 14 years, and that is a rare thing. I could say only a few people that I know that were true altruism with their gifts. I shouldn't say. There's a lot of people do that.
There's
but-
gray areas from there. There's the
Yeah.
true altruists that
Yeah.
they just want to do the right thing.
Yeah, and I guess where I'm talking, I shouldn't have said what I said. That's the wrong way of putting it. At their level, the level at which they give, that's unusual.
Yeah.
A lot of people are altruistic with their gifts. I
Absolutely.
should not have said that. That was the wrong way to put it. They're altruistic with their gifts. They give of themselves for the benefit of others.
Absolutely.
But at the level of which these people have given, it's been incredible. The land that they're donating to us, the support that they're giving us for operations, we couldn't do any of the things that we're doing without it.
Yep.
Supporting these jobs, these local folks,
Yeah.
their jobs,
It matters.
their benefits, everything that go with those jobs, it's coming from that Pace family and that foundation. Yeah, wonderful people. Yeah.
And that's high praise, because you've once again worked
Yeah.
with a boatload of folks
Yeah,
in
yeah.
this world, and it matters to save our land, for Pete's sake. As Dad says, they're not making it anymore. You know, you got
That's
Yes.
no, they're not.
You
and
know?
to go to a place like Tate's Point and look out over that the whole, you can see half the cove
You
from
can see
there,
half of
close
it,
to
yep.
it, and be able to see not one human structure in your whole IMAXed view. There's not a human structure
No
there.
roads, no,
No.
just it's just this nature.
We
this
go
wilderness.
out. We go out there and literally howl from the point, and we get the coyotes to howl back to us.
Yeah.
It's really fun.
That is
Yeah,
fun.
just wild. just to see something wild like that and to feel that that howl come back up from the valley. You're standing up on that point and just woo. You do that real loud. Oh yeah,
come right back
and they'll howl back to you. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that is so flipping cool.
It's cool. Yeah.
All right, what besides elk, what have we missed?
Fire. We're doing fire.
Okay.
Because fire is a natural part of our ecosystem that we as humans fear and should, because we don't want to have structures and humans being hurt by it. So we are putting fire back into the ecosystem through what you call prescribed fire. Some people call it controlled burning. I don't think you can control fire. I think you can write a prescription for what you want to happen, and you try to make that happen. So that's what we call it, is prescribed fire.
Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah. So we have set up a burn program. We also have applied Quentin work through the USDA to get some funding through the EQIP program to help pay for our fire program. We're going to slowly be doing these small 50-acre patch burns that have fire breaks around them. We do this very scientifically through the prescriptions to make sure that the winds, the humidity, all the conditions are right to light that fire so that we get a slow creeping burn. We will be trying to restore the plateau area of the property back to what we call a pine oak savanna. And it requires fire to do that. And so we're doing that. That's going to be a big part of what we do over the next 10, 15 years. Yeah, a lot of it.
One of our pillars of land restoration is going to be the prescribed burning. Some other projects we've been working on, and it's also through this NRCS contract, doing some invasive removal, so taking out some of the Chinese privet, autumn olive.
Privet.
Oh yeah,
my goodness.
The autumn olive.
Autumn olive is big on our property, and it's,
Really?
which our guys are probably working on that today. Actually, taking some of the autumn olive out. So, working on that. Doing some forest management overall. Maybe trying to get some maples and poplars out, and maybe some of the loblollies, because we have plenty of loblolly pines up on the property. So
we want to remove those.
That would be great. And then the big thing is just the restoration down the cove, and getting folks out of the river. It's gonna
that has always been a bugaboo.
Yeah.
I was a lobbyist for the Southern Four-Wheel Drive Association and Tread Lightly and all of that for the OHV program in Tennessee that never really happened.
Right.
And the water. It's just a bugaboo. It's just, and it's a guilty pleasure of so many people.
Yeah, it is, and we want to welcome that historic use of the land and let it continue, but we just have to control the numbers of that, which is what we're trying to do. And then through the bridges and the roads and keeping people out of the streams as much as possible.
Why does it matter to keep them out of the streams? Well, maybe that would help.
It's the erosion that happens on the banks of the creeks when you're going in and out and while you're in it. So when you have a road or a trail that runs along the side of the river, you're not in the river, but yet if you're dropping off to cross the river because it gets too steep in front of you, then you cross back and you keep doing that. And then you have some individuals, and I think it's just a matter of they don't understand what they're doing is wrong. I'm not trying to throw rocks.
No, it's a true story.
Yeah, but they love the challenge of climbing the river banks, and then they take all the vegetation off the river, then all the soil runs down, and then I get phone calls from folks down on the south end of the river saying, hey, where's all the mud coming from? Because the mud goes down, down past Sequatchie Cove Farms and all the way out into to the main valley, and they see that mud in big heavy rain events. That erosion, it's the cumulative effect of erosion. It's all that sand and soil that starts pouring into the river. Then that starts to choke out all of the little, what you'd call macroinvertebrates, the little things that live under the rocks, stoneflies and things like that. Then that chokes out the food supply for the fish that are in the river, and then you start losing your fish, your things like hellbenders, the big salamanders, the great big, they're like that
they're
big.
Huge.
We can't see, you don't see hellbenders down there anymore.
We used to have them. We used to have hellbenders.
And why is that important?
You know, my mom asked me that same question, and I said, well, I guess we just have to ask ourselves, Mom, why are you important? Because we're all here for a purpose.
Right, yeah.
We've all been put here for a purpose. Sometimes we don't always understand the purpose of things like a mosquito or a tick, but they're food. They're in the chain. They're in the process. And so to me, a hellbender is another one of those indicator species. Is my water healthy? I can answer to you, probably not as healthy as it could be.
Okay.
So let's do some things to make it more healthy. It'll take us a while. I'll be gone and retired. He'll still be doing it. But maybe at one point he'll be able to come on a show like this and say, we found hellbenders again.
Wouldn't that be cool?
Yeah.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why I want to see elk. Because
Yes.
elk used to
Yep.
be here.
They did.
They were indigenous.
Yes.
Yep.
And they have been extirpated is the word.
Is that the word?
Yeah, they're not extinct, but they've been extirpated. They've been removed. They're gone because we've hunted them out. Elk still exist in North America.
Sure.
They just don't exist here anymore.
Because we ate them all.
Yeah.
It was a civil
Yeah.
war, I think, that did us in.
Took them out.
And so elk is a major part of this ecosystem up here on the plateau and down in the valleys. Elk River, Elk River Valley. It was full of elk down there. And I think as far back as maybe the 1920s, I think I might be wrong on that. I think there were still some elk in Tennessee, maybe back then. Let's just scrap that.
I know they brought in the Rocky Mountain ones,
Yep,
right?
they
They
did.
like
Yep.
our indigenous ones. I don't know where they are.
Well, they were a subspecies. So,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay, I get you. I didn't go up off in the elk. Those points of light. All right, what else did I miss? There's so much going on here that it's hard to even put it in a show.
Yeah, just keep checking the website, looking at the calendars. Maybe sign up for the Facebook page, sign up for the Instagram.
You have a newsletter too, don't you?
We do have a
Yep.
newsletter.
So you can sign up for that.
You can sign up for the newsletter. Hannah Shadrick Hummel,
Hannah?
she is our outreach person. She's originally from Whitwell. She now lives up in New York, upstate New York, with her husband. But she still works with us remotely, doing all this outreach stuff. She comes 3 or 4 times a year.
She does.
She visits down here. Yeah. Comes visit family and see what we're doing and everything. But yeah, she does all of our social media. She does the newsletter. I'd say that's really it. It's just stay connected to the website and the social media stuff to learn when we have events coming.
Sure. Yep. And participate. It is free and it's open to everyone.
Come on out and explore. It's just to come. We're down on Prior Ridge Road, and come on out if you just want to kind of check out the property. Go get a permit, and if you want something easy, just like, hey, I just want to come on and check out the property. You can go check out our new Mountain Laurel Trail and do a hike and just kind of get a little bit of feel for it.
That would be the easy way.
That'd be the easy way, just to start, just saying, okay, you're on the ACI property, and then from there, the opportunities are infinite. Of just if you want to go mountain biking, horseback riding, UTV riding, hunting, we truly have it all. So it's just kind of coming on out and checking us out.
Yeah, you said a mouthful when he said, come out and explore.
Yeah,
he did, and I think for me, one of the things I also advocate a lot for is don't worry whether you know how to identify the birds and the plants and the trees and all that stuff. What we care about is that you come out and you appreciate. And you'll come up with your own names for the birds. You'll come up with your own names for the trees. Come up with your own name. My grandmother used to do that. She'd just make up a name for a flower. I was like, well, how's that any different from somebody else giving it a common name? She had one she called the fried egg flower because it looked like a fried egg. It was yellow and white. And she said, that's the fried egg flower. And I'm like, well, how's it? What's wrong with that? So come out and make your own names up. Just enjoy it. You don't have to be a person that knows all of the biology behind all this stuff and what the scientific names for things are. It doesn't matter. The main thing is you come out and you appreciate the fact that land's there and those plants are there and those birds are there. Make up whatever name you want for the cerulean warbler. That's hard to say. Cerulean warbler.
Cerulean, more vowels.
Tongue twister. Yeah.
All right. All right. Well, I'm going to send these guys out to spread joy and sunshine because seriously, when you're outdoors, you can't be in a bad mood.
No.
I mean, not whatsoever. So come out and enjoy Appalachian Conservation Institute.org for more information. And we're going to go on a quick break. Thank our sponsors. We love them. And we'll be right back. I'll see you in a minute.
Thanks for having me.